Hi guys, Susan Modeste here, and today I'm going to be talking with you about some free strategies for lead generation. So I've talked about this before, that the most important thing that you need when you're marketing anything online, whether it's network marketing, affiliate marketing, any kind of direct sales at all, or a hobby or anything that, any type of business that you need to have sales with. The first thing you need are people seeing what you offer. And I refer to that as eyeballs to your offer. And the number one way to do that is traffic, is paid traffic. But I also understand that sometimes you're just not in a position for paid traffic. And even the idea of paid traffic kind of scares you because you're doing all of this to try to make some income. And then to think about having to put money in to have people see what you're offering can be kind of intimidating. I would first of all encourage you to step away from that kind of thinking, that you have to get into a more merchant-minded thinking so that you see what you're doing as an investment, and you always think about the return you're going to get when you invest money as opposed to the cost. Okay, so always think about what you're going to get instead. And when you do that, that means you're starting to think more like a business person, more like a merchant, more like an investor. And you are on your way to nurturing that wealth mindset when you do that. So get used to the idea of paying for traffic, but until you can get to that point, or in addition to your paid traffic, there are free strategies that work. Now, if you're in a network marketing company, you have probably heard your upline say that the first thing that you're supposed to do within hours of signing up is make a list of 100 friends and family. Anybody that you think would like whatever you offer or want to make more money. And even if you don't think they'll like it, try it, right? They say go for the no and all of that, and there's some truth to the go for the no thing, but not for the purpose of just the no. Just the idea is, don't be afraid of the no. Don't stop yourself because you'll get some no's, because then you're denying yourself the yeses or the opportunity for people to say yes to you. So don't get intimidated by no's, but you don't necessarily have to, like, if you know people are going to say no, wouldn't it be much better to think they might say yes? I mean, that's just common sense, right? So what I'm going to be showing you in the way of free strategies is not that hundreds list, or at least not the traditional hundreds list. I am talking about using a warm market or a social circle kind of thing through social media. So let's go ahead. I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to try to give you some strategies right away. I'm going to be focusing on Facebook, some things to be thinking of. You need to shift from using that just to communicate with your friends and your family and showing things that, pictures of your dogs, your kids. If you're going to be having a business and you're going to want to set your profile to public, and if you're going to do public, just think about what you put on there. That's a whole other subject. I won't get into that, but you don't want something where people can find your friends and family and all of that. But that's just safety in general. But first of all, set your Facebook profile to public. Okay, if you want to keep it as private, maybe have two accounts. I don't really specifically believe in 2 accounts starting off. That's just a lot of work. And it just makes for not authentic connections. But if you are absolutely adamant that you want to put private things on there, but yet you're going to set your profile to public, then consider having 2. But for the purposes of this, I'm going to be focusing on 1 because that 1 is what I do. And so let's go ahead and show you some things to think about right off the bat as you make that shift. So the first thing you're going to want to do is make sure that you have a very professional looking Facebook profile. So I would suggest starting off with your profile picture. That's the number 1 place to start, that you splurge a little bit and try to get some professional photos taken. If you cannot afford professional photos, then okay, don't let that stop you. but at least ask somebody to take a picture of you as opposed to a selfie. You can tell the difference. The angles are different. I think, we've all done selfie profile pics, but as you start moving into business and you want people to see you as a professional, and this is your first impression, and you never get a second chance at a first impression, even online. So at least have somebody take a high quality photo of you, even using a phone. You can take a really high quality picture using a phone, but try to avoid the selfie. Professional, even better if you can. Just a couple of shots that you can kind of rotate through your branding, okay? Branding is huge for any kind of online business. So I did mine. You can see it's kind of like a video where it's switching from side to side. I did that with a free program on my phone that's called ripl, R-I-P-L. So you just upload, there's a free version, and then there's a $9 version per month, I believe it is. With the $9 version, I think they take off the watermark or something that makes it, that makes you want to upgrade. But certainly start wherever you are. You don't have to have a video profile picture. So if you cannot do that extra $9 a month, or don't like the way the free one looks with the watermark, then just do a photo. Don't bother to do a video. But the video kind of catches somebody's eyes as they're scrolling through a timeline. So that's the reason, one of the reasons for it. Next is the cover photo. So you want to make sure that the cover photo is very clean. It does not have to be something related to your business, although a lot of people will do something that's related to their business, so they might have their title in there and what they actually do. That's a good thing to do, actually, if you can make it high quality. If it's going to look low quality, then don't do it. Just put a clean photo. That's where you can also reflect a little bit more about yourself, like what you're into, because people want to know those kinds of things. Again, it's social media. So here, my picture is hopefully conveying that I love travel and I love this scenery, the water, the mountains, and all of that. So hopefully when people look at this cover photo, that's what the impression that they're getting from me. So they're getting the impression, there's my profile picture that's professional, but there I have another side that really likes travel, both of which are very true. So that immediately comes across. Then you definitely want to fill out your bio and intro information, and that's a good place to start introducing yourself as an entrepreneur, or whatever it is that you're doing online, whatever it is that you're trying to monetize. That's a good place to start putting that. Then as far as your posts, you're going to want to mix your posts up. So for example, my first post here, it's giving some value. It has an article, and then there's I talk about the article, and there's a call to action for one of my projects there. But I'm not going to have all of them be this way. This one down here is more inspirational, something to make people really dream, something to make people feel positive. This one here is kind of like a joke. I'm into Pinky in the Brain, or at least I was. So it's kind of like a joke. So there's a little humor side of me. This one is some more inspiration. A little post that says that I was bummed that Amanda Nunes pulled out of the UFC fight. Again, that's a little bit about me, so people can know that what I'm into. Then a video that I did. So basically it's all mixed up, of different type of content. So think in terms of inspirational, motivational, educational. So you're going to give value. Either you're going to give some marketing tips, you're going to give some, health tips, if that's what you do. You're going to make sure that there are some things in there that when the reader goes through it, they know more after they left than they did before they read your post, or theoretically. And then you do want to have posts, what I call power posts. You want to have some posts that are related to your business without it being a straight pitch, so that people know what you're into. We could probably talk more about that. In fact, I have another video. So if you see this, you can reach out to me. And there's another video that talks more about how to do that. And it was actually a webinar I did much longer. The other thing, so that's how you clean up and how you should be posting on social media, and start presenting yourself and start building your brand. Branded material would be something like if your post were to have your logo, like here's my my profile pic has my logo on it. So you want to do things like that. You want to start branding some of your pictures if you're putting out quotes or whatever, and you make it with a graphic. You can use something like Canva, Picmonkey. Those are good programs that you can use. Canva has a lot of free features. I use that one for a lot of things, including YouTube thumbnails and all of that. So you can do that and brand it with your logo if you have one. If you don't have a logo, you can also get one done. It doesn't have to be the end all be all. Don't get too caught up. Again, this is I'm talking about the beginning marketer here who maybe doesn't have a lot of disposable cash or even a lot of cash that's invested in their business yet. So you can do it through a service called Fiverr. They will do that for you. And that's just like the name implies, it starts $5 and up for them to do that and a number of other graphic services for you too. So think about that. Now, as far as what I was talking about with the new hundreds list, we'll call it that. I want you to start focusing on building a friends list of the kind of people that you think would be interested in doing business or buying your product. Okay. So if you are in a network marketing company, you're going to want to look for somebody who's maybe been in network marketing companies before or is currently in one. It's not a matter of pulling them away, but you already know that they think in terms of network marketing. They understand it. So you're not starting from scratch. You're not in the convincing business. You're in the sorting business. So you've heard that before. And so you want to make sure that you are making friends with people who have already shown themselves to have that kind of interest and that kind of mindset. So one of the ways that you can do that, you can either search companies, but that can get sticky. So I like to search interest or celebrities that people may follow from that particular niche. So with network marketing, a lot of people are going to follow Eric Worre. He's the author of GoPro, a well-known book, and almost everybody's referred to that when they first start off in network marketing. So you could go to his page and you can start looking through the posts and you can start commenting on the post. Again, you want to keep it social because if it's not, it gets spammy and nobody wants it. So you want to keep it social. So you can go through the post, start commenting, start interacting with people who are liking and commenting on the post. Obviously, they're interested in this kind of thing. And then as you go through, you can start sending out friend requests to some of these people. I would recommend that you make it a daily task to send out friend requests, 20 to 30 a day. So I know that sounds like a lot. Don't do it all at one time. Kind of break it up. But this is how you're going to start reshaping your friends list to be more reflective of people who are likely to do business with you. If you're in another kind of business where you just need sales and that's it, let's say it's a health food, some type of health food product or service that you provide, then you'll want to look up something related to health and nutrition and maybe somebody that you admire who does what you do. And then you can start going through their posts, start making connections, start sending out friend requests. And the more and more you do that, let me stop sharing my screen. That's it for today on that. So the more and more you do that, you're going to find that your number of friends are going to increase and your number of friends who are potential customers, clients, business partners, that will begin to increase. So while you still will be putting those posts out and your friends will be seeing it, it's going to be a whole new different set of friends that you have just nurtured, you have just grown, okay? And you make sure to stay social, you make sure to give value, and as long as you do that, you don't get spammy. Never just send links out. If anybody's ever told you that, don't listen to them. Don't do it. Nobody likes it. Nobody likes it. I'm in business and I still hate it if I just get a link in my box and we haven't had any discussion. Nothing I said indicated that I wanted to have any links. It still irks me. So don't do it, okay? Because even if you have the best business with the best comp plan, they're not listening to you anymore because you just spammed them, okay? So don't do it. So there's more to this. And like I said, I have a webinar that you can always watch, and you can request that from me. Join my Facebook group, and I'm going to actually put that webinar in the files for you. So below this video, I am, as always, going to put some of the projects that I'm involved in, just in case you want to take a look and you want to consider partnering with me. And I would work with you through all of these steps. And I'm also going to put a link for the Facebook group so that you can join up and have more of a connection, more of a two-way conversation. So I hope this was helpful for you. I hope you can see how you can start reshaping these. There's more to it, but that's where I want you to start, okay? You have homework now, okay? And that's where I want you to start. So we'll talk again soon, and thanks for watching.